Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the January 21st, 2022 regular committee meeting of the County Public Safety Coordinating Council. Ms. Preza, roll call, please.
Ms. Holt.
Here.
Sheriff Cronister.
Good morning, Major Raver, representing Sheriff Cronister.
I'd like to remind everybody in front of you, if you have a microphone, whenever you speak, please hit the button so it's recorded virtually and for the minutes.
Good morning, Major Ed Rayburn, representing Sheriff Cronister.
Chief Judge Figueroa.
Here.
Mr. Warren.
Here.
Judge Conrad.
Here.
Commissioner Overman. Here. Major Rayburn.
Major Chris Bowman representing Major Rayburn.
Acting Chief Delgado.
Lee Burkaw here for Chief Delgado.
Chief Chris Daniel.
Here.
Mr. Nick Bates.
Here.
Mr. Robert Parkinson.
Here.
Miss Judy Royston.
Kelly Hammersley, representing Judy Royston.
Mr. Patrick Barentine.
Present.
Miss Patricia Condemo. Here. Mr. Mark Proctor.
Here.
Miss Cindy Stewart. Miss Yvette Lewis. Present. For the record, Mr. Proctor, Miss Condemo, and Miss Yvette Lewis are present. They do not currently have a microphone, and Chair, we have quorum.
Thank you very much. For those of you that do not have a microphone in front of you, if you are going to speak on a particular topic, we would invite you to go to the podium where Ms. Preza is so that we can hear you not only in this room but also virtually. So please feel free to approach. In your packet are the minutes for our November 12th, 2021 meeting. If you would please take a moment to review those minutes, and at the appropriate time, if we could have a motion.
Move approval.
Move approval by Commissioner Overman.
Second.
A second by Mr. Bates. Is there any addition, correction, or deletions that need to be made to the minutes before we vote on the motion?
The minutes that were sent via email on Friday reflected an absence for Cindy Grant. She got with me. I got with BOCC Recording Secretary to update the minutes for signature, so that revision was made.
Thank you, Ms. Preza. Okay. All in favor of the motion to approve the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. May the record reflect that the motion passed unanimously. Also in your packet are the 2022 subcommittee member list. These were updated pursuant to a request that was made at our November meeting. If you would, just take a moment to look at those to ensure that the appropriate individuals that you wish to serve in your stead, if you do not wish to serve yourself personally, is correct. Commissioner Overman.
I just have a quick question. I noticed I'm on several committees here, and I do not recall receiving a notice of the meetings over the last year. Have I missed those meetings, or is, okay.
You have not missed any meetings.
Just asking.
No, ma'am.
That automatically puts me on the committee list for potential invite. I just wanted to double check, so thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Anyone else notice anything that they need to have updated at all? All right, then. Under new business, election of officers, Ms. Preza.
In accordance with the Public Safety Coordinating Council bylaws, nominations for council chair and vice chair were held at the November 12th full council meeting. You must now vote on those nominations. Nominated for chair was Ms. Julie Holt. All those in favor, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Nominated for vice chair is Sheriff Chad Cronister. All those in favor, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. All right. Our next topic under new business is any discussion over any legislative bills and/or budgetary concerns that anyone would be seeking input and/or support of by the Public Safety Coordinating Council. Is there anyone that has any subject matter that they would like to discuss?
Well, I just got back from Tallahassee, and it's not looking pretty. It is. But I haven't seen any specific appropriations that could possibly be supported by our delegation.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else? All right, thank you very much. At this time, Ms. Justice, if you would update us on the Human Trafficking Court Liaison.
Is Gina with us?
She's on there.
Okay.
Hello, I am here. Hello.
Good morning.
I think the Chief Judge, hello. I want to defer to the Chief Judge if the Chief Judge was interested in speaking on this subject instead of me.
That'll be fine. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. I'd just like to take a moment to, again, publicly thank Hillsborough County, Commissioner Overman for her leadership in the area of human trafficking. We're very thankful and appreciative of our county for stepping up to fund this much-needed position. We have Michelle Sainsbury, I believe she is with us virtually today, who is our new human trafficking liaison. She's going to be working across the many divisions that have come into contact with victims of human trafficking. This is an important position because we really need to get some data to determine how many true human trafficking cases we have here in Hillsborough County so that we can work and get them into the correct programs. Michelle was a forensic interviewer at our Children's Advocacy Center for 17 years. She's interviewed children and vulnerable adults who are alleged victims of physical or sexual abuse or neglect or are potential witnesses to crimes. She's also been called to testify in court numerous times as to child or vulnerable abuse or neglect. She'll be responsible for training and community educational outreach on this subject. Prior to working as a forensic interviewer, she was a contract child advocate at the CAC for 7 years. She was a liaison between the child, the family, community service agencies to ensure necessary care is provided quickly and efficiently. She's advocated for child victims of sexual and physical abuse and children of families experiencing domestic violence. She's bilingual, Spanish and English, and she has much to contribute. We're very happy to have her working with us in our courthouse, and I know she's going to do a great job. And I don't know, Michelle, if you have anything you'd like to say.
I'm just very excited to be able to participate in this new endeavor with the 13th Judicial Circuit, and I look forward to just working together with our community partners to better identify these victims within our judicial system. So thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. She's going to do a great job. You know, we come into contact with them through our dependency court, through our juvenile delinquency court, our criminal courts, our family law courts, all areas of the courthouse. And having this particular person in this position so she can identify who the true victims of human trafficking are, work with the community providers so we can get them some relief. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions of either the Chief Judge, Ms. Justice, or Ms. Sainsbury at all? Anyone wish to make any comments? Mr. Bates, sir.
Do we have any idea of the numbers that are in Hillsborough County with this human trafficking for this court we set up?
Well, right now we are working. I'm sorry, Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's the purpose of this position, is to identify those who are true victims of human trafficking. And so that's what we're working on, getting those numbers so we can address it properly through our courts.
Thank you.
And I'll be happy to report on an update at our next meeting at the numbers we've identified.
Thank you.
And Ms. Preza, if the record can reflect that Ms. Cindy Stewart is present at our meeting.
I can answer some of
Yeah, Commissioner, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Overman?
I'll make it quick. To answer your question, we're still trying to figure that out. One of the things we do have in Hillsborough County is the highest reporting of human trafficking cases, where I think we're number 3 in the state. So the reporting is either a reflection of cases that need to be identified and treated appropriately, or whether or not our education and outreach is working, where people see things that might necessarily need to be investigated. But at the moment, the forensics for that, the data gathering for that, is under the purview of not only what we're able to do in the liaison court, but what USF is doing with the TIP lab and partnership with the Attorney General's initiatives to really identify those victims, whether they be children or adults, and to make sure that we have the capacity for providing them with the services they need to address the trauma they experience through that process. You're welcome.
Chief?
And again, I want to recognize Commissioner Overman. She's been a leader on this topic and is the chair of our Human Trafficking Commission here in Hillsborough County, and did a great job. We had the Super Bowl, last year, which was a huge event, and really got the message out to the people that run the hotels, the restaurants, people out in the community to see something and say something. So it went very, very well.
Thank you. All right. Our mental health clubhouse development is our next subject. Mr. Parkinson, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Holtz. Mental health clubhouse development was the last remaining priority area from our 2019 sequential intercept mapping that all of our members undertook. If you recall, that intercept mapping looked specifically at the areas of reentry and community control for persons with behavioral health and substance abuse issues. I'm happy to report that over the holidays, the Board of County Commissioners and Central Florida Behavioral Health Care Network opted to start the funding startup of a mental health clubhouse. It's going to be developed at the Axe location on Yukon Avenue. So it's very centrally located, about 2 blocks south of the DCF, Department of Children and Families headquarters. We're very excited about it. It's going to provide a valuable resource for persons with behavioral health disorders that are both coming out of the jail and at risk of penetrating into the criminal justice system. This has been something the community has wanted for a number of years, and we've finally put all of our ducks in a row to be able to support that. I'd just like to thank Commissioner Overman, who is verbally and vocal supportive of it, and Ms. Holtz, who was also extremely supportive of getting this endeavor off the ground. So thank you both very much.
Mr. Parkinson, at some point, if there's opportunities for individuals to go and tour the clubhouse to see exactly what we're talking about, I think it would be a good idea to coordinate something such as that so that people really understand, physically what does it look like and the type of clientele that we're serving, so that people can really have that empathy aspect of it, which is very important and which is really what drives people looking for the funding and the types of things that we're putting together. So Commissioner Overman, if you think that would be a good idea, if you want us to coordinate it through the Public Safety Coordinating Council or through the Board of County Commission.
Thank you. I think it would be an excellent idea, especially as they're getting ramped up, so that if there's opportunities for fine-tuning it and make it even better, that's great. I think it's also very important that we focus on why this is critically important for families in our community. We recently, through the Children's Board effort, as well as the issues associated with what's happening with our DCF contract, analyzed various different cases where removals ended up in the dependency court. Of the 668 cases that we reviewed, only 8 did not involve domestic violence or substance abuse. So the programs that are going to be working through and available and the resources that we can identify needed through the clubhouse, as well as other resources, are going to be critical to help this community heal from the challenges it's experienced over the last couple of years. So I thank everyone for helping make that happen.
Ms. Holt, I think that's an excellent idea. This program is going to be able to provide meaningful daytime activity for these folks and actually help them transition to employment, which is something that's sorely needed in the community. The reconstruction is happening right now, the redevelopment of the building, the facility. We expect it to be operational at the end of spring or early summer. And we've already asked the executive director to plan on doing a fairly large kickoff event so that we can invite all the key stakeholders so they can kick the tires.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that plan. All right, our next subject is the Juvenile Mental Health Court Enhancement Grant. Mr. Parkinson, sir.
Thank you. I just wanted to give an update on that. Deb McGinty from my office was supposed to present. She's not able to be here today. And this is more good news regarding the sequential intercept mapping process that this group undertakes every few years. One of the unmet needs that we've had is supportive services for Chief Judge Figueroa's juvenile mental health court. Early last year, a group of stakeholders, including court administration, Angie Smith from court administration, Marie Marino from the Public Defender's Office, Andrew Warren and his staff gave input as well, worked on an application for a Department of Children and Families Substance Abuse and Mental Health Reinvestment Act grant, specifically to support those things that aren't currently provided for juvenile mental health court. The application went in. We waited a while. We heard some feedback. They actually asked if we could do a little bit of tweaking to the application, which we did over the holidays, and we subsequently found out that we received an award. And Hillsborough County is getting $1,040,000 to support Chief Judge Figueroa's juvenile mental health court.
That is a great thing. Chief, why don't you comment on that?
Well, we're truly appreciative of that. I'm very, very proud of our mental health courts, our adult mental health court, and our juvenile mental health court. I would certainly tell you we're doing great work in there. And again, it's a team effort, as I always say in the court. It's not just the court itself, but it's working with the state attorney, with the public defender, with the clerk's office, with law enforcement to identify these children who are dealing with mental health issues and to make sure they get the services that they need. And it's been very rewarding. It's the most rewarding work I've done in my 28 years on the bench, in both the adult mental health court, but in particular the juvenile mental health court. You see these children come in, and it can be heartbreaking sometimes. With this grant, we'll be able to do a lot more good work for them. So thank you all very much. Appreciate your efforts, Mr. Parkinson. Appreciate everything Hillsborough County does for us. Thank you.
And Mr. Parkinson, I'm sure from talking with Marie Marino, you're aware of the calls that we're now receiving from other jurisdictions that are asking, how did you ramp this up? How did you get it going? How did you get everybody to the table? And right, I mean, and that's one of the most important things to me, because that really is a reaffirmation that not only did we identify a need, but we really did come together, put something together to the point that other people, not only here in our state, but outside of the state of Florida, are calling and asking, how can we do this? And so I think, Chief, it's one, like you say, it's one of the most rewarding things we've done also in my career. And I think that the idea that we might be able to be the people that actually do the footprint for a juvenile mental health court across the state is something that's really important. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Madam Chair, again, we take a lot for granted here in Hillsborough County. The teamwork that happens here in this county does not happen around the state, trust me. I've had judges call me from around the state that want to start a mental health court, and they get resistance from some of the other stakeholders. And the key to our success has been this cooperation and this teamwork type approach, and it's been great to be part of it.
Mr. Parkinson.
I'd just like to add that back at the November meeting, there was some discussion regarding the models that we use to do strategic planning here in Hillsborough County. And one of the questions that was asked of me is, why do we continue to use the sequential intercept mapping model, other than the fact that it has strong evidence base, it's used throughout the country, but it works for us, but also the Department of Children and Families requires that process to be eligible for DCF Reinvestment Act grants. And with this new grant, this brings it to about $8 million that we've been able to secure for Circuit 13 for persons with mental health and substance abuse disorders. So I just wanted to lay that out there. There's a reason we do what we do, because it helps us bring home the bacon and bring those resources home for our community. So with that, I'd also like to say that we haven't done a juvenile sequential intercept mapping since, I believe it was 2008. One of the requirements of this grant will be that we go through another juvenile sequential intercept mapping. Obviously, it's not going to be as lengthy and detailed as the adult mapping, just because the system isn't as large. But in the next year or so, we will have to do that. So I lay that out there now. My staff will be reaching out to stakeholders, asking when's a good time to do it. And it will be provided, again, free of charge by the University of South Florida, Florida Mental Health Institute.
Well, I look forward to seeing you and the Chief Judge take point on that. I like to dominate you all the time, obviously. But for those of you that have never seen the process work, obviously it's going to be somebody like a Marie Marino from my office that will be actively involved. But for those of you that are the heads of agencies, it really is an interesting process. And I would urge those of you that can attend to see how we do it, because it really forces everyone to really be honest and practical about where are our needs, where are the gaps, And you'll see people starting to come together, that you'll see the turf wars going away, because everybody realizes at the end of the day what the real issues are. So I would certainly urge those of you that have never seen the process to participate. And I look forward, Rob, to hearing from you. Really appreciate all the hard work you do, by the way, because you're very instrumental in identifying a lot of opportunities for this jurisdiction, and have been for a long time. So thank you for all the work that you and your staff do.
You're very welcome. And again, I have a good staff. Deb McGinty and Eva Dyer were very vital parts of this. They helped wrangle the cats as we move past this. But also, this is our first application for a juvenile justice issue. We've typically focused on the adult criminal justice system, so this could be the start of many, many good things. So.
I totally agree, totally agree. Anyone else have any comments or any questions? Okay. Is there any other business to discuss, Ms. Preza?
I want to come back to attendance. Initially, when we first started this meeting, we were having a glitch with the WebEx link that was sent to those that had indicated they want to attend virtually. So I want to come back and record their attendance as being present virtually. If you are virtual, please unmute yourself so you can record this for the record. Deanna Obergen.
Present.
Miss Cindy Grant.
Present.
Present.
Mr. Addison Davis.
John Newman for Addison Davis.
Councilman Orlando Goods. Senator Darrell Rousing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have anyone that wishes to make any public comment?
Sorry, Madam Chair, just one item of new business.
Yes, sir.
I think most of the people on the coordinating council are aware of Tampa Hope, which is the homeless outreach program that's been set up by the City of Tampa, by Catholic Charities, and Tampa Police. I had the opportunity to go out to Tampa Hope earlier this week with the mayor's office and TPD. This is a fantastic program that's been in the works for a little bit of time now. And the idea is that we have a comprehensive approach to homelessness, where we're taking people who are homeless off the street, putting them in a place where they have private residence. It's tents right now. It's going to be converted into sheds, essentially, where they can have resources marshaled in one place, including food, mental health, and physical health as well. I wanted to applaud Tampa Police for their work on it. I know that the Sheriff's Office is looking to do this in the county, and the conversations that my office has been having with the Mayor's Office and with TPD has been to identify the points in the criminal justice system where we can feed into this program to consolidate those resources and make sure that we're taking people who get caught up in the criminal justice system because of homelessness, which ends up, of course, wasting taxpayer dollars and our resources, and putting them into this strategic, comprehensive approach that the city and other agencies have stood up. So I'll be following up with other agencies in the relatively short term, I think with the mayor's office as well, so that we can find those points in the criminal justice system to divert people into Tampa Hope and into what we're expecting to be a second Hope initiative in the county that the Sheriff's Office is doing.
So Chief, perhaps we can bring some stakeholders together that include Judge Catlin, since it's very clear if you watch First Appearance Court that there's several individuals that qualify as homeless that are consistently in and out of the system. So perhaps we should consider something such as that. That's one point of entry that I know of.
That's the one we've been talking about.
Just watch every day. Commissioner Overman.
I'm really glad to hear that. There are some resources within some of the American Rescue dollars, as well as other resources for shared housing that might be able to facilitate some of that with the Sheriff's Office. So I'm looking to get a little more information. I'm sure they're working with us on that, but if not, we want to make sure that we support that. And I would suggest that the problem is only going to get larger. Mm-hmm. We have a situation where I know Ms. Stewart in the clerk's office is facing a higher number of evictions on a regular basis Our eviction mitigation program is working to try and help stave some of that off and find placement. But with rents where they are and housing inventory where they are, our sequential mapping shows that unstable housing is what causes a great deal of failure in our overall social structure. And given where we are with rental rates where they are now with no protections to tenants, and 50% of our properties in Hillsborough County are rental, those individuals are severely at risk. When they become at risk, they could possibly also be at risk of losing their children when someone reports them that they're living in their cars. So it is great that we're doing this not only for those individuals that have been in the legal system, but being aware of how we're mapping it. I know that under our children's services and remains work, that we're working with the clerk's office to monitor evictions to see if we can catch them before they either occur, or to facilitate families to have them not at risk of ending up in the dependency court, because that's not where we want them. So this is great work, and I'm glad to hear that we're working on it.
Mr. Bates?
How are we getting them off the street? Do they have to enter the justice system, or do we see them? I went down Nebraska Boulevard the other day, and there's at least 8 individuals. I'm assuming everything they own with them sleeping on the sidewalk. Are we targeting these people, or wait until they get into the juvenile system, or to the justice system?
Mr. Warren?
Well, presently, there's a proactive approach to it. So Tampa Police has a unit dedicated to homelessness, as does the sheriff's office. And those officers go out and actually meet with people to try to encourage them to come to this location to get services and to have housing. I know that the city has partnered up with Feeding Tampa Bay, with Trinity Cafe, with organizations that frequently see homeless people to try to make available to them awareness of this program. But at this point, there is no intercept in the criminal justice system. So it's not for people who have been arrested that are getting taken there. And as to the chair's point, we do see people in the criminal justice system, a much lower number today than we saw 5 years ago, who end up there really because they are homeless and they're committing low-level quality of life crimes. And when they're released from the criminal justice system, there is no avenue for them to get to a place with resources. So that's what I was referencing before, how the mayor's office has come and said, we want to work with the stakeholders to create those pathways so that people who get into the criminal justice system, not only can we divert them on the front end, but if they stay in, then on the back end, we can also steer them into Tampa Hope or Hillsborough Hope.
Thank you.
Chief Brokaw, did you have any comments, sir?
Mr. Warren, I think you covered it really well, but just to add that we go out and we try to find those who are willing to cooperate and take the services. Right now, we're opening that up in phases, and the first phase is full, but we anticipate as more and more of it gets built up, we're going to have more vacancies. So our homeless liaisons are instrumental in working with the community and identifying those who would best fit over there. And I just wanted to give, like Andrew Warren did, our mayors and our chief of staff, John Bennett, working with Catholic Charities in the community to make this happen, because it was a long process to work through, and just the fact that it's happened and it's moving in the right direction is instrumental for this community.
Mr. Parkinson, sir?
Yes. I'd just like to add that Hillsborough County Homeless Services funds a variety of interventions out there in the community through agencies like Metropolitan Ministries, DACO and their Community Housing Solutions Center, ACTS, et cetera. But unfortunately, the need is great in the community. They haven't historically funded Tampa Hope model, which is kind of a tent city model with wraparound services. But I know they're always continually assessing what the unmet needs are. And, looking at where does the funding come from the federal government through HUD and the state, and of course through local government. There's been a strong emphasis for the last few years on long-term supported housing. And, as we can see, there's some folks who, in terms of of readiness aren't ready to be there yet. And programs like Tampa Hope can help get them there.
Okay, well, Mr. Warren, we'll wait to hear from you and from the mayor's office on this particular issue, because it's very clear that through the school system, the criminal justice system, the clerk's office, and the eviction system, we should be able to really identify people that are in true need. And in particular, as the commissioner says, especially people that have children and can run that risk of losing their children. Because I just I was on in another meeting this week where we were talking about the challenges of losing the contract that we have with DCF, and how we're going to come up with a new plan on how to handle the problems that we have presently with the foster care system and things of that sort. So this is going to be really imperative pretty quickly as it relates to this issue, especially involving our youth. Any other comments? Okay. Any other business to be brought before the council? No other public comment? Then motion to adjourn by the chief judge. Everybody have a wonderful, safe Gasparilla Child weekend. Amen. There you go.